What up? It's the Grandpa MC coming at you with another video. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Alright, man. Minnesota Timberwolves in a pickle, man. Minnesota Timberwolves went down last night to the OKC Thunder. It was a pretty tight game, although OKC was building the lead on them in the first half. Second half, it was kind of it was back and forth. But they might have lost the lead maybe once or twice. But for the most part, OKC was on top for the whole game. So now, Minnesota is down 3-1. Ant-Man played passive last night. I ain't gonna trash him too bad. That ain't my aim anyway. But he could have played a lot more inspired. But I think he had like 2 points in the first half. Second half he put on a little spurt to boost him up to about almost 20. He had like 16, 18, something like that. It wasn't nothing. It was almost like he didn't. It seemed to me like he was holding back for something. I don't know. But outside of him, Nikhil Alexander Walker came off the bench, hit 20. He replaced Mike Conley. Mike Conley might be it might be time for Conley, man. Because NAW, that's what I was calling on the live last night. NAW, he was getting off. And now you got to think, what would have happened if he would have been in the starting lineup instead of Mike Conley? Mike Conley come off the bench. Would that have made a difference? I don't know. Nas Reed came off, did a little bit. DiVincenzo came out. He hit a flurry of threes to bring him back, but it still didn't didn't shake nothing. Let me see what else on Minnesota. Randall, man, they held Randall down. Randall, for whatever reason, he seems agitated these last 2 games. Serious, like it's something. Randall is he can be a little emotional. Excuse me. But serious, you can see it all in the way he was moving. He was agitated about something. Maybe they wasn't getting him the ball. But speaking of the ball, like every time Minnesota go to the hole and it's any kind of contact, they not getting the call. Not for the most part. Now, every now and then the referee be like, all right, we got to give him one. But they up against it, man. They got to really play within themselves this next game. I think that's Wednesday. Yeah, I think that's Wednesday. They trying to shove these conference finals, shove them down, boy. But let's talk about OKC. OKC. Oh, excuse me. Shai Gilgeous had like 35, 37, something like that. J-Dub had 32. Not 32, but he had 32. Chet Holmgren and Hardenstein, they playing some really great interior defense. Caruso. Him, you know who's been the most impressive players? I'm saying too, because I'm talking the team. They on the same team. They on Minnesota and they on OKC. The 2 players that's been most impressive defensively in this playoffs to me has been Caruso and Rudy, and both of them guarding players that's outside of their position. So like take Rudy. Rudy was doing this in the Lakers series. So they've been doing it for the past 2 playoffs. Last 2 games. Last 2 series. He was guarding perimeter guys for Denver. Not Denver. He was for the Lakers. I know he was for the Lakers, and I forgot who it was. But anyway, he been doing some real. He was taking Shai Gilgeous. Excuse me. He was taking Shai Gilgeous. He was taking him straight up. Had the stance going. And he's done that a few times. Talking about Caruso. Caruso was guarding the Joker. And sometimes on the solo mission. So I mean, those 2 guys, they put in some work defensively, man. You gotta give it up to them. OKC, they may not be the overpowering team that Scap Attacks is, but they're good enough. But Minnesota, it might be next year for them, because I think their mentality got to change. Now, I don't know if they're going to keep Randall. I would keep Randall. I'd keep that whole team. Maybe get rid of, maybe let Conley walk. But, Conley, that depends on Conley. But they don't need too much. I think maybe in this offseason, they might need to think about a center that's interior, not just perimeter. A center that can catch the ball in traffic. And I've been giving Rudy his props. But like, I've been saying it over and over, man. Oh, snap. I've been saying it over and over. Gobert, I don't know what it is. Is it his body or something? But if he's in traffic, it's a hard catch for him. Minnesota, and I think their mentality they got to get a little bit more serious as far as the main person that need to get more serious. Excuse me, because Conley and Randall are serious. Is Ant-Man. Ant-Man need to get a little bit more serious now. It's the attitude. I think that helps him in certain instances, but in other instances, it hurts him because he's not taking things serious enough. I think he is taking things serious, but I don't think he fully understands. But after going through what he's going through with OKC, it's kind of, the OKC Thunder against them kind of had me thinking about when all the Timberwolves players was complaining about not getting calls. The team I started thinking about, the 2 teams rather, was the Pistons and the Bulls. And how the Bulls were always like complaining about, the physicality, they were this, that, and other. Same thing with Minnesota. OKC, they play tight defense. And headed by Caruso, you can get picked anytime, so they just need to tighten up just a little bit more. But the series ain't all the way over. It's not over. It's just, it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. But we'll see what happened tomorrow. So that's all I got to say on that subject, man. Grandpa out.